Okay, traffic stop. They're gonna have fun when they look at my driver's license.
Where are you going?
Mardin?
Mardin.
Mardin. Good morning, beautiful Earthlings, and this is where we camped last night. I camped at this gas station, and this was my home for the night. And that's where I slept. So we're 20 minutes outside Mardin, and we're gonna head there. Let's go. Okay, traffic stop. They're gonna have fun when they look at my driver's license.
America?
Yes.
Where are you going?
Mardin?
Mardin.
Mardin. Sorry.
Let's go.
Teşekkürler. Look at that vehicle. I should say Mardin and not Iraq, right? Teşekkürler. Check out that vehicle. That is heavy duty. They're nice. Last time I got stopped in Adana, they looked at my California driver's license and they're like, we don't know what to do with this. And they didn't ask for me for my passport that time, but they just do like routine checks here. It's not, I'm not gonna say, it's not a dicey area, but it's a region, not necessarily Turkey, but it's close to regions where things happen. That's all I'll say. All right, on our way to Mardin, not Mardin. All right, we are on the outskirts of Mardin, and there's a lot of development going on. Look at all these high rises. They're totally empty, and they're just shells at this point. But there's a lot of construction going on. So that tells me the city's definitely growing. Look at all these piles of material just stacked. Maybe this one ran out of budget. There's not much going on here. But they're selling them. Here's an advertisement. This nice park. We made it to Mardin. And this tells me it's a very beautiful city with public spaces. I mean, look at that bridge. It's all colorful. And they got a traffic control officer making sure everyone's safe. Maybe we should give him a wave if he looks our way. Is this Sesame Street? He did wave at us. It is Sesame Street. Okay, so, oh, but it's also very safe because we have some military vehicles. Extra safe, y'all. Beautiful Earthlings. It's the next day, March 14th, 2025, and Crystal took a ride with her couch surfing host and some friends. So I guess there's the old town of Mardin and the newer part where I've been staying, and we just took a drive up the hill and now we're in the old part. So in the back we have the castle, which I'll probably explore later. And here is basically the top of the old town, and I will show you. We have some construction going on. It's low season, so that's when a lot of businesses do their maintenance and fixing things. We can see a bunch of construction material just lying around. And look at this beautiful enclave. There's some water, electrical going on, and it's a really cool shaded area. So let's go upstairs. Today is a perfect day to be exploring. I rested a bit and I have a bit more energy. I was totally wrecked yesterday. So we got some welding going on. And this is the view of the old town. This cafe has some nice outdoor seating, some plants. Check this out. So these are all just different levels, and my host was telling me that this is the only street that goes throughout the old town, and so everything else is walkable. And he told me his house is over here, so he lives here, but he also stays with a friend. And he was asking me like, oh, do I want to stay in the old town or the new town? And I was just exhausted yesterday. I didn't even know what that meant. I was so tired, I didn't want to go exploring, so I was just like anywhere. And like, I'm glad I did, because now that he tells me, like, if I had to park my bike somewhere here and lug all my stuff to one of these houses, I'd be out for like 3 days. Like, there's just no way. So this is a cool spot to be a pedestrian. Not so much if you have like a lot of luggage and you have a motorcycle. Like, you could probably have to just leave it on the street somewhere, which I think it's pretty safe here. It feels pretty safe, but I like to have my eyes on my bike. Anyways, we're gonna have some coffee and tea and walk around a little bit. Look at all these cool things. Super shiny. Well, that was fun exploring Mardin. It's actually a really calm city. So there's the old town and the new city. And the old town is very, very slow right now. During end of March to July, and then there's a break in August. And then a few months after that, it's super busy. And the streets are just packed. Like, people are walking on the street. There's not enough room because the sidewalks are so crowded. Like, there's just throngs and throngs of people, and what you saw today was totally empty, so I'm very happy that there wasn't a lot of crowds because it makes me like mentally exhausted and drains my energy. So that was pretty cool. And you can kind of get like lost weaving in and out of the old town. Like there's a lot of, you know, pathways, and you can go to like an indoor bazaar and like go into another market. And there's so many coffee shops and cafes and little knickknack shops. It's pretty cool. So I'm back at my host's place. So your girl's tired, and I actually have 4 books that I'm carrying with me. Like, look at all my crap. I know it's like not organized right now, but it's just what happens when I stay in a place. It's just an explosion of stuff. So Crystal's gonna read this book so I can lighten my pack. It should be a quick read. I found it at a hostel. Look how big the text is. All right.